Hello everyone, this is Fosun. Today, I will share this technological architectural graph and some light spots distributed around it. Light spots, which is on a base. Let's take a look. Mainly uses matrices. One is the matrix of the building, and a plane matrix. OK. Then create a new disk. Here, select the matrix here. OK, select the object. Drag the disk over here. Change it to edge. Then reduce the size here a little bit. OK, so there's a couple of dot clones on there. What if you don't want this, circular clone? You can select a plane and change the segment to 1, 1. Add a subdivision surface. Make it larger. Shrink it a little to be about the same size as the bottom. And make it the object of the matrix. OK, you can see it's now a relatively uniform cubic shape. OK, this is our first one. Next, we can duplicate this matrix. First, hide these. Select a cube. A little longer. Hold down the Alt key and click on the blank object. Create a group. Move it to the top. Then select clone and put it in. Then select this honeycomb-like one. Change the axis and shrink it a bit. Make it longer. And shrink it a bit. And place it in the middle. OK, let's add a random. Turn off scaling. And keep the same ratio. It has a little random size. Then select this clone. And add a simple. Here, we also scale it. Don't check the uniform scaling yet. Change the y-axis to -1. A little higher. -0.9. And less in other directions. About -0.3. Add a sphere domain. Select the sphere field. You can drag the points here. To start from the middle with a gradual attenuation, select Repair 1 and then click Reset. Change this to a curve here. Here, change the mark. Then check the reverse. Make the inside high and low outside. OK. That's about it. Check it. We can reduce the number of them. Change it to endpoint here. In this mode, we reduce the number. There will be no, so the overall range will not increase. A little wider. OK, Go back to random. Add a little rotation to it. OK, including the position. For the up and down, don't turn on the bottom. In the front and back, there is a sense of staggered front and back. Be careful not to have interpenetration. This is the middle building. Then put a layer of connection on it. Same, hold down the Alt key and click. It will be directly attached to the parent. OK, uncheck the weld and check it. Then let's take a look. Undo matrix we just copied. Change to primary. OK, drag this connection in. Now there are some dots distributed on it. But there are relatively few of them now. Look at the wireframe, which is related to the number of lines. Here we choose to increase the number of cubes, the number of lines. You can see that, gradually in the middle of each line, this effect is produced. There is a layered feeling. But we can also add some to other faces. OK, then we don't need the other two, and just maintain the feeling of 3 lines. Look at this. Next, we need to add a simple effect. And change it to scale. Turn off position, select scale, and set it to scale proportionally. Then -1. Give it a sphere domain. Starting from the middle. For example, at the 10th frame, it's 0, then at 90 frames. And make it bigger to fully wrap it. OK. Also, check the reverse here. Now, it's the feeling of these dots gradually growing out. Unhide the ground at the beginning. I accidentally touched a keyframe here just now. Just turn it off. Drag the simple scaling here. OK, now click. There is a feeling of growth. Next, we will focus on the cube in the middle. Alt+G to change to FX. Here, select Polygon FX. Drag it down. Drag it down here. Also, drop the simple one here. Let's take a look. So it has a building. It also gives the feeling of growing gradually from the middle. OK. This is the animation part, accompanied by some particle and technological light spots. Here, let's take a look at the rendering. First, these matrices, which is given a label. Here, select the sphere instance, including the one below. Then here, I gave it a glowing material. And here I added a gradient. Then here I selected one here. The color of the rotation index, which has a different color according to the orientation. Then I changed it here. To make it more obvious, there are some red ones, mixed with some blue. But here I chose something relatively close, a darker blue and a lighter blue. OK, give the glow color, which is also turned on quite large, and the glow is given a little bit of gray light. Add an post effect here. Then enable the glow here. OK, this is the building. Yes, a matte metal. Okay, this is the material of the building, and the others are also some metallic materials. Okay, the lighting. One is the main light from top to bottom and illuminates some areas. This one is to create some boundaries behind it, to distinguish the front and back. Look at these. These are actually the lights behind the scene, so that the whole scene is not too dark. This light is to illuminate the building in the middle. It makes the area of the roof brighter. You can see that if it's too dark, it will blend in with the environment behind. Making it brighter, it will be more prominent. Okay, so this is the rendering part. Okay, that's all for today's content. Thanks for watching.